Now, the Parliamentary Staff Association on Friday warned that unless the issues are resolved, its members will continue with this peaceful protest or peaceful picketing, as they call it, into the coming week. Anyway, let's move on. Our next report is on a bill seeking to address the decline in the education sector. How did it go? Let's find out.
Last week, the House of Representatives called for a state of emergency to be declared in the country's education sector. This followed a debate on the need to reform Nigeria's tertiary education system. During the week, the International Studies Regulation Bill 2017 was to be considered during plenary. The bill seeks to regulate the practice of public servants sending their children and wards to study abroad instead of building and developing an enviable educational system. If passed, the legislation will ensure that public servants will be made to give account of the means by which they intend to sponsor their children or wards abroad, pursuant to Section 24F of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, which provides that, quote, "It shall be the duty of every citizen to declare his income honestly to the appropriate and lawful agencies," end quote. The mover of the motion was, however, interrupted midway by a point of order.
With your permission, Mr. Speaker, I will read from the brief.
Mr. Speaker, point of order. I've had such bill before, and we all agree that it offended the fundamental human rights, and it's also discriminatory. I will want him, if with the Speaker desires, that he steps down and delete and put a touch to something or whatever. Brother, I'll go ahead and canvass the full purport of what I mean in that. A very well-intended bill, very well designed to increase us, but there are some legal constitutional issues tying too heavy for this bill to fly.
It offends in every way all the tenets of democracy, particularly the freedom of choice, the freedom to assemble, freedom of movement, rights to private and family life, and so on and so forth. And I think it would be wrong for us here to be curbing people's rights. And I think the issue it seeks to address is the issue of quality of education. The question then remains, is it the banning, so to speak, of having people go to wherever they choose to go for education, even though it may not be offered here? Is that what is going to cure the problem? I don't think that is the answer. Is no. We can deal with the quality of education in many other ways. Teacher training, there's UNESCO provisions, and so many other things. Not to attack fundamental human rights that belong to every citizen of this country. You don't even have to be a public officer. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be poor. You can even earn a scholarship abroad. Does that mean that because you're so bright, something like aeronautical engineering is being taught, and you earn a scholarship, a Fulbright scholarship, you cannot travel because your constitution says, or your law says that you can? And then the issue of discrimination, which is also very fundamental.
Following the point of order and contribution by the Leader of the House, the Speaker makes a ruling which does not sit well with the sponsor of the motion.
It's referred to rules and business for a considered opinion.
But Mr. Speaker, that is if this offends, it's not offending anything. That's what I'm saying. It's not offending anything. Which rules are offending? I'm going to do a press conference on this, and I'm going to road show.